What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm gonna be using a broken fishing rod anybody can pretty much buy. But the fishing rod I have right now equipped is a wisdom rod. I just like how it looks, that's why I'm wearing it. But the fishing rod I'm gonna use today is gonna be the Zeus rod. And what's crazy is when you look at the stats are not even that good. It has a lure speed of 70%, a luck of 70%, a control of 0.15, a resilience of 20%, and a max weight infinite. And this fishing rod I'm gonna take it to the new locations to make a lot of money. And I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be way more than you guys think I'm gonna make, because the passive on the Zeus rod is the reason why this fishing rod is so broken. Like, I mean, yeah, it does have a high lure speed, low luck, low control, and decent resilience, but the passive is going to make the biggest difference. When using the Zeus rod, when we trigger that thunderstorm area, is going to be the money maker right there, because in that area we're going to get the electric shock mutation. Is going to give us a 3.5 times money multiplier. And I have a feeling with this fishing rod I'm gonna make more money compared to the other endgame rods. But before I go, I gotta buy bait. I'm not sure if you guys know, but the new areas do require a fish head for the mythical fish, and to be honest, buying bait crates is really cheap. Wait, how much is it? I think it's each bait crate costs $120. So getting fish head for the mythical fishes is really cheap. And if you guys are familiar with fish head, you get a lot of luck too from it. Where is it? With the fish head, we get a preferred luck of 150% and a lure speed of 10%. So we're gonna be very close to getting instant catch. Oh wait, that's right. Before I forget, the enchantment I'm gonna use is gonna be the steady enchantment. The main reason why people don't use hasty or luck enchantment is because this fishing rod already has all that. And yeah, I know 70% luck. You're asking, no way, this needs more luck. The thing about it, in the passive, when you trigger that thunderstorm area once again, your luck will skyrocket like crazy while fishing there, because in that pool you're only going to be catching mythical and legendary fishes. Well, not only, but the majority of the time you will be catching them. So that's why most people use steady enchantment, or I mean, that's why I use steady enchantment. Bro, in recent times, steady enchantment has become a really good enchantment, probably the most common one I use nowadays. Now with the Zeus rod, I'm gonna go to the volcanic vents, the Veil of the Forsaken, and for the third one, the Abyssal Zenith. I'm doing the volcanic vents because if you're a low level player or a new player and you just got the Zeus rod and you want to go test it out, I think the volcanic vents is still a good spot to go to. You can still make a lot of money coming here with the Zeus rod, so I'm gonna go test that out for you. And I think the next spot is gonna be the Abyssal Zenith for most players. And the Veil of the Forsaken, I have a feeling we're gonna make way more money here, so definitely gonna go test that out. And I'm pretty sure right now with the calm zone there's a glitch. I had no idea in the calm zone there was an innkeeper. I was actually confused when somebody said that, because I ran around in circles there and I did not see one. But somebody told me there's no portal in the calm zone, so I suggest not doing it. I mean, if there's no portal, how are you gonna get out? You're basically trapped. Like, every time to leave that location you gotta go in the submarine and go back to the surface. Do you guys understand how slow that's gonna be? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So I'm gonna be honest, make sure you wait for them to update the calm zone, because if you do it, yeah, you might be cooked. I mean, unless you really like swimming in the submarine, but you never know. Like, could you imagine you're going to the surface and boom, you lag out and you gotta do it again? Yeah, you might rage quit. I might rage quit. But I mean, if you did it already, you might as well start fishing there for money, so when they update the game, you'll leave with like millions of dollars. I mean, the calm zone is a really good fishing spot as well, but my thought process, if you're there already, you might as well go to the Veil of the Forsaken and fish there, because there you're gonna make way more money. I think on my last test I made $2.4 million, and then at the Veil of the Forsaken I made $3 million, so that jump is massive. So yeah, once again, you might as well fish there. Finally, I'm here. Let me just make sure before I go in my fish head is equipped, and let me just double check the best sherry preferred fish head for the blister black blenny. And also, once again, I gotta tell you guys, if you want more luck, make sure you buy Merlin's luck. Merlin's luck is really good. It gives you 30% extra luck. The only reason why I'm not using it is because I want to see how much money I could make without it. But usually when I'm farming for money, I always have Merlin's luck activated. To be honest, it's a habit, because early fish I always use Merlin's luck, so I always buy it. Sometimes I buy like 5 hours at a time. But here I am, and I'll be right back when I tested his location. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how much money I made after a while. Alright, so I'm back, and I'm gonna be honest, something weird was happening. Every time the Zeus rod triggered the thunderstorm area, it was always like glitching out. I'm not really sure if it's because we're fishing in lava, but yeah, it was like phasing in and out. So I'm not really sure when it triggered, but I was catching a lot of electric shock fish. It actually felt like almost every single one was electric shock, but I'm pretty sure the charred mutation is still glitched. But when it comes to money, I'm a little bit disappointed. On average, with the Zeus rod at this location, you could expect to make $540,000 an hour, which I mean is really low, but yeah, I thought it was gonna be way more, maybe $1 million. But now that I think about it, I didn't get that many mythicals. So yeah, maybe buying Merlin's luck will help you way more. But yeah, 540k is kind of low. And now for the next fishing spot, I'm gonna go to the Abyssal Zenith, and my spawn point is already there, so I got my conch ready. And for this spot, I'm gonna use fish head with a clear weather, and right now it's clear. I mean, if you guys want, you could force it to be a clear weather, because the mythical fish here does prefer that. But with sundown toners, it might take you a while to make it a clear weather, so you could just ignore that. But now I'm gonna start, and I'll be back when I'm finished. Alright bro, I have no idea what's going on now. Whenever the thunderstorm area triggers on the Zeus rod, I always get a legendary fish. Like, the entire time I never got a mythical fish from this location, so I'm not really sure if it's a bug or a glitch. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, I caught a bunch of legendary fishes from this location, and most of them were electric shock. Yeah, that passive from the Zeus rod triggers so much. And even changing bait, I still didn't get that mythical fish, so I have no idea why. But regardless, I'm gonna tell you guys how much I made. But on average at the Abyssal Zenith, I made $2.5 million an hour. And yeah, as you can see, compared to the first one, that is a massive jump. So $2.5 million is definitely a good thing. And what makes it even crazier, I caught no mythical fishes. So if you somehow catch a mythical fish, you're gonna make way more money than I did. It wouldn't surprise me if you made close to $3 million. But you know what? I think later I'm gonna go back with a different fishing rod and try to get that mythical. Because there's no way the Zeus rod is the only fishing rod with that problem. But now the worst part about this video, I have to go all the way to the calm zone. I mean, going to the calm zone isn't that bad. The only issue is if you fall, you gotta do this all over again. And to be honest, it's not that bad, but at some point it gets kind of tedious. Oh man, finally I'm here. Yeah, I don't know why, but that takes so long. I think it takes like 6-7 minutes to get here. But regardless, I'm at the calm zone. But before we go to that OP fishing spot, we gotta do one more thing. I gotta somehow not fall while trying to get across. But then again, I cheese it, but when they fix it, I might be cooked. I think a lot of people might be cooked. Yeah, whenever they fix that other method, doing this every single time might be a little bit difficult. Like around this area right here, you go fall so easily. But you know what? Until they fix it, I'm gonna keep doing this. Man, this way is so much easier, but now we're here. And hopefully at this spot, I make over $3 million. Because if I do, the Zeus rod might be the best one for this spot. It's kind of crazy, but to get here, it took me 10 minutes. But now I have to put truffle worms because that mythical fish does prefer it. But to be honest, I'm starting to think the bait doesn't really matter. It might be better to use seaweed or coral, so I don't know. But if I make over $3 million, it was still worth it. Alright, I developed the Forsaken. The passive works properly. So when the thunderstorm was triggered, we were getting a lot of mythical and legendary fishes. But you know what? The amount of money I made, you're gonna be surprised. So on average at this location, I made $2.4 million an hour. And as you guys can see, we made less money compared to the Abyssal Zenith. And I'm gonna be honest, fishing at the Abyssal Zenith was way easier. Because over here with the steady enchantment is the only reason why I could actually fish here properly. Because you have to remember the Zeus rod only has a 20% resilience. So without the steady enchantment at this location on the Zeus rod, you're gonna struggle a lot. But like I said before, in the thunderstorm area, we were getting a lot of mythical legendary fishes, which is the way the passive is supposed to work. But what makes it even crazier at the Abyssal Zenith, if you catch one mythical fish or maybe two, you will in fact make way more money. Like I said before, you might make close to $3 million. But if you do want to make $3 million an hour, like I said in my last video, the ethereal prism rod will make you $3 million an hour over here. But if you're gonna buy the Zeus rod and use it, you might as well go to the Abyssal Zenith. It's way easier, so you just go there. But yeah, that is pretty much all I got for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.